Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the solution manual for the Day 5 worksheet of the We Are Ready packet that I gave each of you to prep you for the ISTEP 10. The first 2/3 of this worksheet deals with a scatter plot and a line of fit. So this is an excellent question to ask because your calculator's not going to do you a ton of good here. Okay, that's kind of a theme on the ISTEP. If it's on the calculator section, the calculator may not really be all that helpful. It's just there to help you do calculations. It will not think for you. So we have this earnings at work scatter plot. It has a line of fit drawn in. The y-axis has dollars earned, so these numbers are in dollars. That's our dependent variable, or our y. And the x-axis is labeled with the numbers 0 through 10 representing hours worked. So 0 through 10 would be hours. So we have all these different points, and they've drawn a line of fit for us. And they ask us, first question, which equation best, that's keyword, best models the equation for the line of best fit, which instantly, as soon as we see the word line, we should think mx plus b. So b is your y-intercept. Let's look at where the y-intercept is located. That y-intercept is about 24. So if we look at our options, that should immediately eliminate this one because it has a b value of 16. These are both far better than that, so b would get eliminated. And this one because it has a b value of nothing. It doesn't have an intercept. So right there, even if you can't get any closer, that should give you two answers immediately eliminated. Okay? Now, then from there we need to look at the slopes because that's what's different about these two lines. One has a slope of 1/2, one has a slope of 4. So we need to find a slope. So let's see here. This is an approximate location right there. That is approximately 548. Yes? So between that and the y-intercept of approximately 0.24, we have 2 points, 0.24 and 548, that we can use to find slope using the slope formula. Now remember, your y values and your x values are coming from points here, okay? We have an x1 and a y1 and an x2 and a y2. So we're going to plug those numbers in and get an approximate slope. So that's 48 minus 24 over 5 minus 0. So that is an approximate slope, so I really shouldn't be writing equals, of 24 over 5, which we can put into our calculator and get an approximate slope of 4.8. So if we look at that slope, 4 is a better answer than 1/2 for the slope. So we should select answer D for our line of fit. Then it says, based on this graph, a prediction can be made that if for 15 hours are worked, then blank dollars will be earned. Well, if we go to the graph and we look for 15 hours, it's not on the graph. Well, that's not a problem because we just said an approximate line of fit would be y equals 4x plus 24. And 15 hours, that is an x value. So where it's wanting you to take that x value and plug it in for x and figure out what y would equal. So that would be 60 plus 24, or $84 would be the prediction that they want you to make. Okay, that leaves us with this wonderfully nasty decimal equation. Now again, you have a calculator, so this should not be a problem. You're just going to follow your normal steps. You're going to start by distributing the negative 2.4 through the parentheses. So that would give you 3.2 minus 7.2x minus 9.6 equals 6.5x. Now at this point you have a decision to make. You can clear those decimals if you want to by multiplying everything by 10, or you can continue and just lean on your calculator. It really doesn't matter. You get the same answer either way. So the next step I'm going to take is to combine the like terms on the left side of the equation. I'm going to add those together, which would be negative 66.4. Now I have an x term on each side, so then I'm going to move the x's to one side, and I'm going to accomplish that by adding, not subtracting, adding 7.2x to each side. So I'm going to go plus 7.2x plus 7.2x. Cancels there. That gives me negative 6.4 equals 13.7x. Then I'm going to divide each side by 13.7. Okay? So that is divide by 13.7, divide by 13.7. Now folks, if you put that in your calculator, you're going to get an ugly decimal. So let me show you something here. Okay? So if we go to the calculator, and again, we can get to the calculator by going through the school website to practice. Okay? If we do negative 64 divided by 137, we get a decimal. You should not give that decimal. You need to convert that decimal into a fraction. And the way that you do that is you hit the math button. You hit math, and you see this arrow fraction. Hit enter. That will change the answer into a fraction. In this case, negative 64 over 137. That is not a great fraction, but it is better than the decimal that we had in the calculator. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe in what you can do. You are fully capable of passing this test. But it doesn't matter if I believe. It matters if you believe. So go into this ISTEP with that mindset. This is the time. This is your time. And defeat that ISTEP. See you in the next video.